Hi, guys. It's Tuesday, and we're starting our next session of questions for the coach. Um, it's going on 7 weeks now, believe it or not, since we have been in this quarantine where we can't have group meetings, at least legally. Normally, at this time, you guys have been finishing your warm ups, and we are about to start track practice. While I have been getting some rest myself from track practice, I do miss everyone, just like I miss all my students at school. So, just a few more weeks, I hope, before they start allowing at least groups of up to 15, maybe 20 to meet, hopefully, and then we can start meeting. I'm imagining that the tracks, because the schools are closed, are going to remain closed for quite some time, maybe the whole summer, who knows? Backup plan. We can do laps almost anywhere else. Okay, I will let you guys know. It'll happen. Okay, so today's questions of the week. Okay, a few people sent me questions ahead of time, so I will start with those. And if you have any questions, please, please, please ask. So one of the runners I have been talking to for quite some time was complaining that as he was running, his feet hurt. So I said, where exactly on your feet does it hurt? So he said that hey, Emily, he said that his feet hurt exactly where on the edge, on the meaty part of the toe. So I said, have you when did it hurt? He said after the run. I ran 10 miles, and after the run it hurt. So I said, okay, did you change anything recently? And he said no. And I said, hey, Joe and Joanne and Joe, another Joe. Okay, the thing is, if you have that problem, just think of your feet. If the outside part of the exact same spot's hurting, my guess was that the toe box of your shoe, which means that if this is your shoe, it's just where the toes are, might be too constricted. And if it's pushing in like this, all right, for too long, and you're stepping, hey, Lisa, and you're stepping for 10 miles or whatever your distance is, that might start hurting your feet. So I suggested to him that he switch out shoes, and he said he had an old pair that he wore before that didn't hurt. And sure enough, today he ran, no pain, everything was gone. So these new shoes were too tight in the toe box area, in the front of the shoe. Now, a few things about shoes. Okay, when you go get a sneak, first of all, make sure that you don't have old shoes. Hey, Jen. Hey, Kathy. And when you have shoes, don't let them get too old. But when it's time to replace the shoes, we've talked about when to replace your shoes around 400 miles, 350 miles, start looking. Make sure you know when your shoes are, how old they are in order to change them, all that kind of stuff. I believe we talked about last time. But when you actually go to the store, okay, go with an open mind, okay? Lisa's shoe might be different than Jen's shoe. That may be different than Kathy's foot. Okay, they're all different. Hey, Michael. Hey, Denise. Okay, so all these feet are different. They all might be size 9, okay? But size 9 wide, size 9 narrow. I have a friend who's a 7.5 as a male, narrow. It's very hard to find those shoes. But if he buys anything normal, his feet are swimming. And if he buys anything so that's wide, I'm sorry, that's longer, then his foot is too long in that way. Okay, I wear a size 9.5 2E. It's a very odd size. Some shoe companies don't even make it. But anyway, I know which shoes that I buy for myself. I tend to stick to Brooks and New Balance in general. Okay, but when you get to the shoe store, do not go, especially if you want to be more comfortable and you want to be as you're getting more serious, don't go to Foot Locker. Teenagers are going to be serving you there, and then odds are that you're not going to get the best service. Go to a specialty running store like the Runner's House, for instance, in Rivervale, or Road Runners to a lesser extent, slightly, because it's more corporate, okay, or Jackrabbit or something else in Ridgewood, okay, or Blank Running Company. I think there's like the Ramsey Running Company. There's the Foot Locker. Okay, there's a bunch of them. Go to a specialty running store that runners are going to help you. You'll get the better service, more one-on-one. They'll usually have a treadmill, or they'll actually let you run with the shoes outside. And just be open. Try on 6 different pairs of shoes. Doesn't matter, okay? Even if you waste an hour, okay, it's better to buy a pair of shoes that you like rather than to pay the shoes that will not fit you right later. And most of these stores, like Roadrunners, will have a 90-day return policy. You can use them for 90 days and return them, okay? Some of the smaller stores have like a 30-day running return policy. But anyway, make sure you know what the policy is, because as my friends got caught, their foot in another local running store, they went in, and after 2 weeks, something was wrong with the foot. And when they went to return the shoes within the 2 weeks, the person at the register said, "You cannot return any shoes." And she said, "Look, right here, you have it on your policy that you need to return the shoes." But anyway, just make sure that you know what you're doing before you return it, okay? Especially if you're not sure. But try on a lot of them. You might not know that Nike is the best. Hey, Rob, you might not know that Nike's better for you because you haven't tried their latest pair. Because there's so many different kinds of shoes made by so many different manufacturers. You might not be good with the Brooks 1080s, but you might be good with one of their other models. Try them on, okay? A good running store will let you try on a plethora, a bunch of different shoes, and that's what you want, okay? So the person who we started the whole conversation with the toe box is going to return their pair and then get another pair, because what happened is you get the next model. Let's say it's the Asics 1234 version 5. You loved it. Well, Asics 12345 version 6, unfortunately, might be completely different. Okay? Might be a narrow toe box or whatever. So exactly. So Michael has posted that, hey Brad, that he had a shoe that did not fit very well. He returned it and then went to another brand, and it was much better. So again, just because in the past you've used one brand or one brand didn't work for you, just be open-minded, go to the store, try on a bunch of pairs, and the store that will not let you try a bunch of pairs is not the store for you. Okay, so keep that in mind as well. So all about shoes. The third thing that I saw that people asked me today was about running watches. Okay, now there are 5,000, hey Hillary, 5,000 different kinds of watches out there. Again, this to me depends on what kind of bells and whistles you want to buy. You can buy the best watch for like $800 that syncs to your phone and gives you statistics because it's a triathlon watch. You can go into the water with it, whatever you want. But if you're just using it for running and you're a beginner runner, why bother spending so much money on a running watch? Just get a simple running watch. It gives you GPS. Okay. Hey, Tommy. Okay. And you want the GPS to just be able to tell you where you're going. And usually you can link it up with something like Strava or something else online that you can track it and keep tabs on it. Okay. So that is something you want to do. All right. So again, depending on how much you want to spend, you can get a good GPS for definitely under $80 and just use it as your basic watch. As you become more advanced, hey Megan, as you become more advanced, as you become better, you might want to play with more toys. Okay? So don't go crazy, especially if you're a beginner. Again, the more advanced runners, they want to have everything at their disposal and they want to have all the statistics, and that's fine. Okay? Don't go crazy. Because on one of the websites, there's many Facebook sites for runners. There was one ongoing conversation that I saw multiple times was, hey, my XXX watch is not working. What should I do? Hey, my XXX watch is not measuring my GPS right. What should I do? So things like that, just work with the manufacturer. There might just be a fix or an upload or some kind of, the watch has just a new version of the software. Usually it takes a few minutes to upgrade, and usually that'll fix the problem. If it's continually off, then bring the watch back. I had a Garmin that the battery ran out. You're not allowed to replace it by yourself. You had to send it back. They gave me the watch back, refurbished. Didn't work. But again, I noticed within 6 weeks everything was off. Returned it back. Give me another refurbished watch. That also didn't work. Sent it back a third time. And finally, the fourth time, it's the Garmin that I ended up keeping for many years, from about 2008 to 2015, until I got my latest model. Again, do not go by anything that you see that other people have 100%. See what you need, and then try to buy the watch. Same thing with the sneakers. You don't have to go for that $250 pair if you're a new runner. Just get a new pair that you've tried on and run with in the store that you feel more comfortable with. Okay? So any questions, please ask. So again, number one was one of my friends, his toes are bothering him. I suggest that he check out his shoes. He changed out his shoes, and sure enough, the toe box on his new shoes, the edge of the toe box was too tight. Also for women, okay, if you have a wide front foot, wear a men's shoe or a boy's shoe. It's okay. They make men's shoes slightly wider in the toe box. So there's a 2 size difference. So if you wear a size 9 women's or size 10 women's, you can get a men's 7 for the 9 or men's 8 for the 10. Okay? And it's usually just about the same shoe, except the toe box is a little wider, because men's feet tend to be slightly bigger in the front than women's feet. But if that's what you need, just get it. A lot of my female friends buy boys' shoes 4.5, okay, because they have a 6.5 women's, because the 6.5 women's doesn't have enough support or whatever it is. So keep that in mind. Okay, so all right. So that was number 2. Was the shoes. Make sure you go to a specialty running store. Number 3 was running watches. Again, just try to see what you need first before you go out and buy the best. Okay, so here's a question. Hill repeats. Is it a 0.1, 0.13 mile distance too short? What is a good distance for a decent hill repeat? Well, for me, there's multiple kinds of hill repeats. There's the long kind and the short kind, okay? A good short one is about 40 to 45 seconds. All right, so it doesn't even matter really the distance, so to speak. It just matters what it is for you. Because I could be running at my speed and 45 seconds brings me up much further on the hill, hey, Amy, than somebody else. So it depends, okay? So you might want to take a test drive, so to speak, on the hill with your feet, of course, to see how far it takes you up. Then there's a hill that might take you up 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, a 2-minute hill. So once my coach asked me to have a 2-minute hill, and I was worried because I couldn't find a 2-minute hill in Fairlawn, but sure enough I did. I kind of made a hill a little bit longer, and I was able to make it last like exactly 2 minutes. Hey, Lynn, we think about you guys all the time. All right, the nurses out there, you guys are on the front lines. So hopefully that answers your question, Amelie. Okay, if it's short, try to keep it between 40, 45 seconds, 50 seconds. And if it's long, it's probably about 1:30, 2 minutes. And again, it's not the distance really that matters. It's the hill. And obviously, if you do a 30-second hill where the pitch is like this, it will certainly, hey, Colleen, certainly get you much more than a hill that's like this that you do for 45 seconds. So again, it's the effort. And the hill workout is, I don't know if anyone was going to post it first, is a hill workout is a speed workout in disguise. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right. Good job, Amelie. Awesome. Awesome. Colleen, when I think of you, I think of the Yankees. Unfortunately, Yankees are not playing right now. But, okay, so guys, if you have any questions for me, please post them below. I will save them for next week and start with them like I did this week. And remember, on Friday at 5 p.m. in my private group, I'll post the Zoom information for a runner's happy hour, okay, virtually, of course. And I look forward to actually running and being with you guys sooner than later. Take advantage of the good weather. We've had some really good weather. There's some Hey, Michelle. Um, Hopefully your daughter's still running now, even though there's no school. Um, there's a lot of virtual races coming up. For instance, the Brooklyn Half is doing a virtual 13.1. You have 17 days to do it. Um, excuse me. The CompuScore is putting together a like Run New Jersey challenge, and they give you about 62 days to do it. So you can join up for that. There's plenty of virtual stuff. It's not an actual race like we're used to, but hey, it's something that keeps us going, so you can do those as well. And usually, a lot of these virtual races are collecting money for a good cause like a hospital or something like that. All right, guys. Until next time I see you guys, have a great week. Stay healthy. Go outside. Enjoy the weather. I know you guys are stuck at home, but this is the time. If you have kids with you, have them come out with you. Try to have fun. All right. Here's a couple of postings of the virtual challenges I just told you. So look on there, sign up, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.